Welcome to Marketing 101. Lesson number 5 is on how to develop a go-to-market strategy. So let us begin by building the channel roadmap. This will illustrate how we go about constructing the go-to-market strategy. Go-to-market strategy has certain basic elements. They are alignment to the marketing strategy. This is extremely critical, and we have discussed this in our lesson 1 while we were building the brand wagon. To reach the consumers, it is important to select the right type of distribution. It can be direct, indirect, or the type of distribution can be intensive, exclusive, or selective. Then comes choosing the right trade partners and as well as the number of intermediary levels. Multi-channel strategy design is one of the most important elements of the go-to-market strategy, and we will discuss this in greater detail. Finally, one has to put together the sales structure, which would be delivering all these other elements. So we have the sales structure, which would be designed to mirror the multi-channel strategy, which is aligned to the marketing strategy, which would be mainly to reach the consumers using the right type of distribution and the right level of trade partners. Together, this is a smart go-to-market strategy plan. Now let us look at the channel roadmap and discuss the channels in greater detail. The two broad types of channel are the general trade, which is really the mom and pop stores, and modern trade, which is organized retail. First, we will look at the retail element of both general trade and modern trade. General trade can be further subdivided based on the type of outlets, the similarity in outlets like convenience stores, chemists, and grocery stores, bakery stores. These stores can be classified as sub-channels of the general trade based on their similarities. Recently, the online business or e-commerce is emerging as a strong channel alternative. Similarly, in the lower population markets, the rural channel is an important channel, especially in the Indian markets. Wholesale channel can be a part of either general trade or modern trade, and we shall discuss the characteristics separately. Institutional business has its own set of characteristics. General trade can be further divided into many other channels like salons, horeca, chemists, etc., etc. Let us look at the channel types in greater details, differentiating the key channels, which is general trade, modern trade, wholesale, and e-commerce. General trade and modern trade, the shoppers or the consumers visit the physical store. In wholesale, it is the traders who come to the store. E-commerce, on the other hand, the consumers interact online with the manufacturer. Hence, it's called direct type of distribution. The others are example of indirect distribution. General trade can be intensive distribution across different sub-channels, grocery, convenience, chemists, etc. Modern trade may be more selective, and the presence of the product can be only in select stores like the hypermarket, supermarket, or the self-service stores. Wholesale channel, on the other hand, can be there as a physical store in general trade. It can be in the modern trade business as well, known as cash and carry. Even online wholesale is present. E-commerce does not have any specific sub-channels. It is more category specific. The servicing model in general trade is where the distributor salesman visits the shop and books the order. In the modern trade, it is the key account team which interfaces with the category management team and does a product listing. Wholesale channel, if it's in general trade, it is the salesman visit. If it's modern trade, then it mirrors the modern trade channel. E-commerce is similar to modern trade. Here, however, the product catalog or list is uploaded after discussion. The delivery model in general trade is essentially can be ready stock or it can be scheduled delivery on a different date. Modern trade operates on a replenishment model with distribution centers as hubs. Wholesale, again, depends on whether it falls under general trade or modern trade, and accordingly, the type of delivery model is there. E-commerce, there are three key types of delivery models: inventory-based, hyperlocal, and marketplace model. Collections in general trade is mainly cash and credit. In modern trade, it is directly with the company and it's called accounts receivables. Wholesale is essentially on credit, while e-commerce mirrors the modern trade system. Modern trade is highly reliant on paid merchandising and has higher margins. Wholesale channel, merchandising is not that important, but volume discounts are very important. E-commerce has a heavy reliance on online promotions. The general trade channel operates with either unpaid visibility or paid shelf spaces or displays and has a standardized retail margin format. So how do you choose which is the right channel? This is called channel design. The steps are: study consumer behavior and then classify consumers according to that. Second, conduct a retail audit to understand purchase behavior and to track competition. Outline the distribution objectives of the organization or your product and assess what are your costs, what are your capabilities. Evaluate the channel alternatives based on cost, competitiveness, and the capabilities, and finally allocate resources in the selected channel or channels. The choice of channel is determined on one hand by the product or the product basket, on the other hand, the cost of the channel and the revenue that will be generated from that channel. For mass products, often you have the same product reaching the same consumers, but maybe through different channels. This is called multi-channels, and often there is a case of multi-channel conflict. This arises because there is differential margins amongst the different channels, differential schemes and promotions, which all lead to differential pricings or a price war. The solution is collaborative processes. So now, to know more, you can subscribe to Forefront Talent Solutions.